So we got another pro day, everybody, right? Justin Fields pro day, the second pro day at The Ohio State University for the quarterback. That could be third, fourth, fifth overall, sixth overall. If the Dolphins want to trade out, 10th overall. If the Cowboys want to trade out, will the Lions trade out, 7th overall? Could they take Justin Fields? If Justin Fields sitting there at 9, the Denver Broncos take him, or is Justin Fields just taken off the board because these Mac Jones breadcrumbs that have now actually been baked into a full loaf, could those actually be placed out there and let to sit out there because we're all assuming that he's the guy that fits the Shanahan system? And could it have been Justin Fields all along, or is it possible that 2 weeks from tomorrow in the great state of Ohio, as Bert Parks used to say, the host of Miss America, he would go say, Miss Ohio.
O-H.
I don't know why I'm saying. Oh, stop. N-O.
The Ohio.
Could it be possible that 2 weeks from tonight in the great state of the Ohio, that we learned that today's pro day is what actually got the Niners to go, all righty. We needed to see that second day of Ryan Day's pro day. Lots of days. Many, many days. Ryan, pro Ryan. Justin Fields' second pro day. Here we go. Will we find out today's the day that he actually became the third overall pick in the draft? Is he already the third overall pick in the draft? And the Niners are like, yeah, we'll go to Ohio. Is he already that guy? I still cannot believe this. And I will say this knowing the story that I've heard from Bill Polian, Pro Football Hall of Famer, from Jim Morris Sr., Hall of Fame individual. I've heard this story that they grinded tape on both Peyton Manning and Ryan Leaf up to the day of the draft, in which they went and took Peyton Manning, much to Hunter S. Thompson's chagrin, as we've learned on this program with frequent Rich Eisen Show guest host Ryan Leaf. And so I know these things happen, that tape is grinded even when 2020 hindsight stares you right in the face.
Right in the face.
To say, what are you doing? What are you grinding tape for here? It's a no-brainer.
No-brainer.
We've heard that. I've heard this story independently confirmed by everybody involved. And I'll still say, I can't believe the 49ers traded all that capital for we're fine with either one of these people. I can't believe the general manager, John Lynch, and the head coach, Kyle Shanahan, despite their excellent standing within the organization with their owner or ultimate boss in Jed York, I still can't believe that they would be one walking in and saying, this is what we're going to do, but we're still going to figure it out. I just can't, I don't know why I can't wrap my hands or head around it. I just can't. They have to know who it is. They have to. And the rest of it is due diligence. Like you never know. You just gotta make sure. And the whole concept of misdirection makes no sense to me because they traded all this up for what? To move back? To get more than what they gave up to the Dolphins? Like this is just a play for more picks? Or they're leaving it wide open as a play for more picks?
That's getting too cute.
They can't come out and say who it is.
Well, no.
They can't, because that person could actually say, you know what, I don't want to play football. I've gone to this whole up to this point, and I've had an epiphany.
I've had 2 pro days.
I've had an epiphany. I've had 2 pro days, and that last pro day just showed me I'm not going to have
I don't want to do it.
You know what I mean?
I think I'm over it.
I don't know. You know what I mean? You just never know. So you can't say we have traded up for Mac Jones, especially when there's 2 other teams that have gone in front. What if Zach Wilson decides to say that? Trevor Lawrence, the Sports Illustrated cover story is about his lack of shoulder chip. Like, he's got nothing to prove. He's just some dude who's just going about his business like, I'm just naturally talented. I love the sport. I love, life. I have a new wife. It's great. It's all set up. I don't have anything to prove. You know why? Because he's never lost more than twice in his life. I read that about Trevor Lawrence, and I thought to myself, I love this kid. I can't wait to see him play. Truly. And that he does have his head screwed on right. And it is great to see that, right? But he'll have a chip on his shoulder when he's 1-9, if that happens.
They're going to the playoffs, Rich. Come on.
I know you said that, but honestly, kid comes out, and if he's dynamite, even if he is dynamite, he'll have maybe lost more games in the first 2 months of the season, if they're lucky. He'll have lost twice as many games in the first 2 months of his professional career than he has since, like, friggin' high school. So, yeah, of course, you don't have a chip on your shoulder when people have already told you can't because we actually proved it on the scoreboard. You could not today. That could not happen.
But Trevor Lawrence has also been the number one pick for 3 years now.
Understood. That's why he might not have a chip on his shoulder.
Why wouldn't he? Why would he have a chip?
So I wasn't surprised that he has no shoulder chip.
Yeah.
But there's too many what ifs for the 49ers to come out and say who they want. They won't. So they have to, go about their, but like if they don't show up to this pro day, I guess they could get through it because another famous story I've been told and gleaning through my years of covering the NFL draft, 17 of them.
17, wow.
As the host.
What an
More than that. I mean, I've covered NFL drafts for SportsCenter going back 25 years.
Sure.
But just in terms of hosting the actual broadcast.
How many?
17 of them.
That's tremendous. What an
Jay Cutler didn't even talk to Shanahan before the Broncos drafted him. He had no idea they were coming for him.
Right.
So,
our buddy Joe Thomas has weighed in. Did you see this morning?
I did not. No.
Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers going to draft Justin Fields. Save this tweet.
There you go. And that's why I said to everybody, it's Mac Jones. It's going to be Mac Jones. Total has to be Mac Jones. And why? Because we see the system, the scheme, and whatever. I would not be surprised if Joe Thomas is calling a shot Ruthian style. Just remember that nobody was saying that right now. I just cannot wrap my head around that the Niners have made this maneuver without pegging who it is and telling Jed York this is who it is, and then telling no one else, as we heard earlier in the week from, Ian Rappaport and others are saying, or Ian came on the show and said that they haven't told anyone else in the building. They know who it is. Maybe we'll find out 2 weeks from tonight that this second pro day and this pro day, as well as Trey Lance's second pro day that's coming up next week, it'll be like, hey, Kyle, what else do you want to see? It'll be like, we're taking requests. Del Tufo, you know this, taking requests.
We always take requests.
Right, back in the 80s that you survived, meaning you could take a second shot of Moderna standing on your head. You know what I mean? Like, we're taking requests. What do you want? Kyle,
another
what
Kyle
else do you want to see?
Another Kyle
Are you
Pitts
like, because I don't know. Why not?
Why not?
I told you, we're going to one day see at the draft somebody's throwing a ball to the commissioner for one last route tree.
Looks good.
Looks good. One last route.
He looks good.
So,
podium route tree.
Again, we'll get some answers 2 weeks from tomorrow night. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.